We're seeing a lot of kind of continued traction that's coming into the market because of the upcoming halving that's happening in April. And we already saw an uptick in Bitcoin pricing because of the introduction of the spot ETF earlier this year, which drove the price close to almost like over 70,000. So we can honestly expect, with the decrease of supply that's now coming into the market for Bitcoin, on top of that very outpaced demand, that we can actually expect over 100K in pricing by end of year.
Wow, end of year. And Tom, we're kind of on our way there today. We're up 4%. Bitcoin is 72,100. So back up to those rarefied
Can we have a
levels.
moment of silence for Michael McGlone?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he's down there on the deck at the Bethany, whatever it is, the hotel.
He might be at the Delano. He might rate the Delano.
He's like huge.
Yep. So, I mean, he's been calling it. So, Victoria, aside from Bitcoin, because I still can't get Jamie Dimon to, give it the stamp of approval, although he is all into AI. So, on the AI front, which is a subject of Jamie Dimon's, or partly subject in Jamie Dimon's letter today, Nvidia, is that still the way for investors to play AI, or are there other ways? How do you guys think about that?
I think that Nvidia is definitely the way to pay through AI. If we're thinking about what has to go into these AI language learning models, there's also there's high computing and graphic processing that's necessary in order to create these large processing models. But also, to pivot back to Bitcoin, it's also a necessity when it comes to Bitcoin mining. So we're going to see a huge uptick in the demand for NVIDIA GPU chips as well, which are top of the line when it comes to mining, but also top of the line when it comes to graphic processing and also informational processing, which is absolutely critical when it comes to AI. So NVIDIA is the number one player, and I'm so sorry for everyone who keeps trying to short it. I can't find a reason for it to go down.
Okay, I wanted Paul to ask another
We're
intelligent question here, because I can't do it. But you go to the heart of the matter. Victoria Bills is saying, forget about the value trap, forget about straw hats in winter, climb on board the winners. Discuss that strategy.
It's simple as what we're seeing in the future of Web3 going into Web4, the necessity around AI in terms of increased productivity, and how that plays into, again, all of the large processes that are coming into the market these days, or more of the innovative technologies. What is required to process AI, what is required to actually create these systems, is large sets of computing process and data. So when we think about the players that are ahead of the game and the players that are actually benefiting from getting into this space very early on, that's how Nvidia was able to make themselves a player. And then even with super smart computer. Sorry, I was blanking out on the name. Super smart computer.
Super small computers. That's cute. Yeah. That's
good. Super small computer as well. They have been a leader in the game when it comes to just that data information processing. Now, some of the drawbacks to that, of course, is what's going to happen when it comes to climate change. It's a lot of energy that it takes to, again, process all of this.